Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shadow, and welcome to Spotlight with Shadow. Today, my guest is the lovely Hope Division content creator slash entrepreneur. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm beat. Sun's been killing me all day. So, what piqued your interest in content creating that you decided to join the world of content creating?
Honestly, I watch a lot of reality TV shows, and I used to be really obsessed with YouTube. I was obsessed with Tana Mojo was like my favorite YouTuber in like 2016, and I was like, oh well, she can do this. I can do this. But it wasn't until like COVID hit that I'm like, okay, I'm bored.
Bored
Let's join
in the house
TikTok.
bored.
Yeah, literally. And then I joined TikTok, and then that's really what like piqued my interest because I was like, okay, this is easy. I have a smartphone, so.
Okay. Uh, what has been your favorite and least favorite thing about being a content creator?
Oh gosh, I feel like my favorite thing is making friends. That's
Naturally.
100% my favorite thing. Yeah, I mean, like I met my squad, like in Caleb through content creation. I met you through there. So, but my least favorite thing is probably people on the internet who think that they can say whatever the frick they want to you, and it doesn't matter.
See, now that leads me to my next question. You are a female content creator in the world that is creepy as hell.
Yeah,
Do you get a lot of disturbing messages from men and
I
females? Because
think
I don't know. Some people are,
thankfully I haven't gotten like too many like creepy messages like some people get. So I've been thankful for that. Mainly people just want to hit on me. And it's like I
yeah.
don't want to open my DMs to see people like, "Oh, you're so sexy. Do you have an OF page? Please, I want this. I want that." It's like, "No, no, no. Like let's cut the shit."
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a female in this world of the internet because I think I'd see more penis than I probably should ever in my life. And
I've seen a lot.
I, I gotta ask because my mind is inquisitive. Are there these decent looking ones or are they just all bad?
I've seen some really bad ones. And I'm like, "I didn't ask for this and you
Right.
decided to present it anyways." Like I don't
Yeah,
get
I
it.
feel like if at least you're gonna do it, at least be chivalrous about it. Be like, do you want to see it? Like,
Yeah, and then I can say no.
right. Like, at least be that guy that's nice enough to be like, you probably don't want to see it, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
No.
Any stalkers developed over the course of your content creator?
Oh god, I've had a few. Thankfully, I've never met any of them in person because they don't live in Canada. But I've received, like, I'm a friendly person. You know that. You saw me at Money in the
Yeah.
Bank. I feel like I've just been too nice to where people think they can just kind of like, oh, well, like, here's an open invitation to kind of be stalkerish and to say whatever I want.
Right.
And it's like, I don't want you flying from wherever you live to come hang out with me. Like, that's not an invitation. I don't want that.
Right. And I'm sure significant others that played a role in not finding that very appealing to you doing stuff like that.
No.
Like I said, I can't imagine, and I have the utmost respect for any female that's willing to do content creating, especially in the world of like Twitter and all that, where DMs can be open at times, and it's not
Well, yeah. Especially when you're like a wrestling content creator, it's even worse because it's a male dominated space.
right.
So they see a woman and they think, oh, well, here's my invitation.
I'll never understand that. Um, so, being a female content creator in the wrestling world, I'm sure you get called the stupidest of things.
I've been called a lot, especially
Um,
like dumb bitch. And I'm like, what?
there is definitely no filter here. So, if you want, please elaborate on some of the things that you've been told or been called. And
I mean, a lot of it's like you don't know anything, or like they try and mansplain things. And it's
right,
like, okay, like I wasn't born yesterday. Like I know, like this is my opinion. You can take it or leave it. If you don't like it, you can just leave. I don't care. But like you don't have to like sit on the internet and be like, "Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're a dumb blonde. Oh, look at your dumb opinion."
what triggered your love of professional wrestling?
It was Bray Wyatt.
So, you've only been a fan for the better part of a decade and a half ish.
So when we were little, my brother was like a huge WWE fan. Like I'm pretty sure my mom got us into it because she's been watching like way back.
Hmm.
And I love John Cena, I love Nikki Bella, and I love Sable, but I wasn't really like connected to them the way I connected with Bray. Because like
Right.
he was just so creative, he was so different, and I was just like, I love horror. He's like the fiend with a horror character. So I'm like, yeah, like this is really like what I love.
So his work really triggered your passion for professional wrestling now that's taken you to countless events.
Oh yeah,
Other females that you've connected with this, other males. I know you're a fan of the bunny.
big fan.
I believe you've met her.
I met her one time and I cried.
And so tell me, what was that experience like? Other than the crying, what was the experience like of meeting somebody you idolize, I guess you could say?
I mean, it was crazy because I went to Smash Wrestling in London, Ontario. I drove like 3 hours to get there. London's not the vibe, but I was like, the money's gonna be there. I have to be there.
London's
Um,
awesome.
I digress. I'm sorry,
No offense.
but I mean, like, it was just crazy meeting someone that like I've loved for so many years, someone who shares my passion for horror and collecting. So just to talk to her about horror movies and collecting figures, like it was just like it was like a friend. It was like I was talking to a friend. It wasn't like, oh, like I idolize you, you know, like I love you so much. It's like, no, I'm talking to my friend about our love for horror.
Right. I feel that because I met someone this weekend that you wanted to meet, and it felt
And
like
I'm
I was talking
still
to a
pissed
friend.
about it.
And it definitely was like talking to a friend. I tried to like just it was a very nice conversation, right? Like we weren't, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It
Well,
was
yeah, you don't want to be that person.
no. Can't be running around shaking your fist in the air and stuff like that. So
I'm shaking.
now you're also an avid hockey fan
I mean, yes,
and you cheer for a team that pretty much everybody hates. So how's that feel?
my mom doesn't hate them. So,
As long as your mom doesn't hate them, I guess that's all you need. But
I mean, my mom's also a fan. I mean, I actually used to be on hockey TikTok,
I never got
and
there yet.
that's a lot worse
Is
than
it?
Russell Talk. Oh god,
I think I'm just not
especially
going to
being
try
a
to find
Habs
it.
fan. Don't. I mean, I feel like if you're a Leafs fan, it's fine. But I used to make videos like mocking the Leafs because you know we beat you guys. And I made countless videos about that, and the Leafs fans didn't like that. And I was like, you know what? This is not the space I want to be in.
Yeah. But I mean, then you came over to Wrestle Talk, and it's not really the greatest place either.
I mean, I was kind of on like Wrestle Talk and Hockey Talk at like the same time, so it was a double whammy.
Ugh,
And now I'm just like, you know what? I don't know if I want to be a part of this space anymore because I'm like, it's not really what it used to be. I mean, there was always drama, but it's like now I just create for myself and like the three people that want to watch my video.
that's fair. I mean, I see some of your videos, and I want to cry because you managed to find all the figures I'm looking for, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's just a punch in the gut, isn't it?
mm-hmm, that's okay because I have a signed Ultimate Bray Wyatt figure, so we're good.
Yep, I just got that in.
So you're a big music fan as well.
Yes.
Where does before we get into who you like, what you like, where does the passion for the music love come from?
Oh gosh, I mean, I've been listening to music since I was a kid. You know, my mom used to play Alanis Morissette, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, like stuff like that. I grew up listening to Sum 41. I'm a huge Britney Spears fan, which a lot of people don't know.
I didn't know
She was
that.
like, she was my first love. I was obsessed with her. Um, but yeah, like ever since I was a kid, like my mom would take us to concerts and we would watch Miss Music and like all the music videos. So it's like I think it came from my mom because she was like really into like the I guess you could call it classic rock now,
Yeah, I
which is
guess.
unfortunate.
I mean, it was classic rock probably when we were born too, but
Well, yeah,
um, so what is your go-to genre of music?
I feel like my go-to would be metalcore. Like,
Metalcore. Okay. What's your favorite band there?
oh gosh. I mean, there's so many. Right now I'm really obsessed with Wind Waker. I've been listening to them a lot. But as for like my top band in the genre, probably H0pedivisionn would be up there.
Okay. Um, the worst band you could think of in that genre.
Oh gosh. Um, I don't even know because it's kind of subjective.
Your opinion, of course.
I mean, I don't care for Parkway Drive. I know a lot of people care for them, but I
To
just
be fair, I like one song by them.
okay, that's fair. I mean, like their one album's not terrible. I think it's Deep Blue or whatever, but as a
I
whole,
mean,
I just find them really overrated.
I legitimately the only song I've ever really heard of them and like is Shadowboxing.
Oh jeez.
Mainly because it just says shadow. It's
Yeah,
just
your
kind of like
name.
the stupidest reason for it, but it's why I like them. Well, that song, I should say. I don't really listen to anything else by them.
Okay, that's fair.
Uh, So, Blink 182. You said
Yes.
you grew up listening to some, which obviously typically goes into Blink, but I don't ever hear you talk about Good Charlotte. So, those three go in synonymous with each other.
They kind of do. I like the Charlotte. I've seen them live. I think they put on an incredible show. But, and I do like them, but there's just something about them that I'm like, I don't know. Like I was never really like super into them. Like I love Blank and I love Sum 41. But then like when you get into like Good Charlotte and stuff, I'm like, and even Simple Plan, I was like I like them, but I'm not like obsessed with them.
Right. I mean, when it comes to like Good Charlotte, there's only one song, again, that I only like by them. And ironically, if you remember the show Undergrads,
Yes, yes,
the,
yes.
the
Oh my
opening
god.
to them,
That's
the
my favorite
click,
song. The Click. Yeah, they played
that's
that live when I saw them and I started crying.
right. Like, that is the only song I like by them.
Damn, you gotta like expand your music taste.
I'm pretty close up in the music world. I won't sit here and pretend like I'm well versed in anything. I just listen to what's good and got
Okay,
a good beat. You know what I
okay,
mean?
that's
Like,
fair.
I'm open to learning. Don't get me wrong, but like to be a fan like you, no shot. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that's not me.
That's not your vibe, yeah.
So you're 31, correct?
Yes. Thanks for pointing out
How
my age.
many?
Nobody knows that.
We can edit that out if you'd like. But how many concerts have you been to in your lifetime already?
A lot. I'm gonna probably say like either 1,000 or close to 1,000. Like I've been going to them since I was a kid. Like my first concert was Avril Lavigne in like 2002.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
speaking of Avril, do you believe in that theory?
I don't believe in it, but I see like videos and conspiracy theories about that and I'm just like I don't believe it because people age.
Right. And their voices
Like
change, the octanes change.
yeah. And it's like I know that Avril grew up as like a punk rock chick and then she kind of did the whole like girly girl vibe. But it's like people change, their style evolves, they grow up. Like I don't think that this girl is portraying Avril. Like I genuinely think this is Avril Lavigne. I mean it's the same thing with Paul McCartney. People think that he has a doppelganger and that he's dead. And it's like, no.
Yeah, but like the same people that shit on Avril are will say, "Oh, Linkin Park has been great since the beginning," but they've changed their style 3 or 4 times because they're trying to keep up with the world,
Well
and that's
exactly.
all Avril did.
You kind of have to like keep up with the trends too. Like you can't really do the same genre forever. I mean, it does work for some people, but even like metal bands evolve their sound.
I truly think, and I'm a big Linkin Park fan.
Okay.
That I am. I'm huge into them. I mean, I had their. Never mind. I won't brag, but they're one of my favorite bands, and honestly, I think it's Minutes to Midnight is their worst album.
I hate that album.
It's like the worst album. They tried way too hard doing different sounds, and it didn't come out good at all.
I mean, I only really care about Hybrid Theory from them, and then a few songs off other albums.
I have the Hybrid Theory Funko Pop because I have both of the Funko Pops that they released.
Damn, that's so sick.
I had to get them. Like, why not?
Well, exactly. You need them.
Uh, So, you got me stumped here. Favorite wrestling match prior to when you became a fan, because I know you've gone back and watched stuff, and then when you became a fan,
Okay,
and it
so my
can't be
all
Bray Wyatt
time.
related.
Okay, no, no, it was okay. So my all time favorite match is Triple H versus Mankind. Is it Mankind or Cactus Jack
One of the
at the
faces
Royal
of Foley.
Rumble? Yeah, at the Royal Rumble in I believe it was either 1999 or 2000.
I think it would. I know they're on a.
It was
You
the
said,
street fight.
yeah, I think that was 2000,
I think so. I have it on a shirt and I don't even remember
where
because
he
you asked
retired
me the hard
him,
questions.
where he retired Foley again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my favorite match of all time. I've seen that so many times. Like I love the thumbtacks. Like that's really what it is. I'm like, oh my god, I love that.
So you're a big Hunter fan or a big Foley fan?
Foley, I love Mick Foley.
It's the mask, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah, and the plaid.
Fair, fair. That's like it's a horror slash Canadian buff, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah, literally. I'm like, oh, it's like everything that I embody right there.
Yeah. And then your favorite current modern match in the last 10 years.
It would definitely be the bunny with Penelope Ford versus KJ at the New Year's Eve street fight on Rampage.
Somebody watches Rampage. Note that.
Yeah, literally, I do. I mean, I've been to
I'm not.
Rampage.
Listen, I'm not shitting on anything because that's not what
It
I
sounds
do.
like you're. It sounds like you are.
I just don't watch it.
Okay, fair.
I mean, we hung out Sunday night and I was chirping the shit out of the NXT crowd before it was even filmed. So,
I mean, I was too, to be fair. But hey, at least it got fuller.
right. They never intended to sell out the entire arena, anyways. That was
No.
product by design. So, they didn't think they could get the numbers, which is depressing, but hey, we're here.
Well, yeah.
Favorite venue you've been to, either music or wrestling?
I really like the new venue History owned by Drake and Live Nation. If you've ever been there, it's in the beaches. The area is sketchy as fuck, but
I
the
missed
venue
that. I
is
am
like
sorry.
really fucking nice.
Where is it?
It's in the beaches.
Okay. And what's
I
the
think
venue?
History,
The beaches, as in like by you,
the Toronto
or
beaches. No, like the Toronto
oh,
beaches. The
okay.
beaches.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to figure out where. I've never been there, so.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a
But as
really
soon as
nice
you said
venue.
sketchy area, I kind of think I know where it is, and I'll ask after we're done this.
Yeah.
Okay. Best acoustically sounding stage you've been, or I guess building, and not stage. Like where the sound actually just pumps properly and you just vibe with it all.
I feel like History is definitely one of them. Opera House might be another one. But like my issue is like if I can't see at a concert or wrestling show, I'm not really vibing. I'm just kind of sitting there and be like, I can't see. This sucks.
Well, you're like 4'9".
I'm actually 5'1".
5 feet of fury. Got it.
Literally.
I mean,
I
I
mean, I had the
towered
same
you.
issue at NXT, so I couldn't see shit, and I'm just like,
Not my doing.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, thank you for the free tickets. You know who you are, but I couldn't see jack shit.
Short people problems. And then there's me. I can see all the way to the entrance ramp.
Yeah.
Could be worse. So we met up last Thursday in person for the first time. We've
No,
talked
it was
to.
actually Friday.
Was it Friday? I thought it was Thursday.
Yeah. And we went to Jack's and they had no AC.
Right, and we sat outside, and my drink was absolutely gross. But
Yeah.
I apologize. My week has been like a blur. It's been that fun. So we hang out, and we go to these events. What was your favorite part of the weekend?
Hanging out with you.
I'll take that. But no, what was your favorite part of the wrestling?
Wrestling wise, it would definitely be Tiffy winning Money in the Bank. It's Tiffy time.
TV time.
Toodles.
I
I feel like
still
that would be the best because, like,
uh,
you know,
fair. I still feel like an asshole that we went up and found the merch for the person that was going to show up.
Yeah, that really irks me.
I don't know what the hell happened there, but
I don't know. Oh, and John Cena came back. There's my other
that's what
thing. John
that's
Cena
what I'm
came back.
saying. We went. I'm guessing my stuff lagged out there, and that's the app crashing on me.
Boom.
It's dumb. It's in beta. That's why.
Oh,
Um, so we went and found the merch earlier in that before the event started, and it's kind of like a well, fuck us. I guess he's coming, but like it still was hype. Like that arena exploded. That's like
I mean, it was still hype, but I mean, I'm a huge Cena fan. I always have been. I feel like if I didn't see the merch beforehand, I would have been like 10 times more hype. Not that I wasn't already like buzzing, but I hate when surprises are spoiled because it just kills the vibe because then you're expecting it.
right. I mean,
Like when Trish
I
came out, I expected it. I'm like, okay, she's gonna introduce Cena, and this is how they're gonna integrate Cena into Money in the Bank.
yeah, but that's not what happened. We got a whole
No, he
different kind
just
of
started.
conversation.
Yeah, and I start crying because I'm like, this is a joke, right? Like my first time seeing Cena, and you're gonna announce your retirement in my city? No, 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 no.
Hey, like the joke has been going around. It's the first time in Toronto history that a Toronto building has eliminated a Boston franchise.
I mean, that's true. So
Dream final opponent for Cena at 41 or whenever it is you're done.
I'm going to say somebody, and people are gonna be like, "You're crazy." Baron Corbin.
Oh God.
Baron Corbin. It's Baron Corbin. I don't care. It's Baron
You
Corbin.
get you're gonna Kurt Angle John Cena. The perfect
Yep.
opponent, in my opinion. Well, I had two, but we're not gonna get the one. But Edge would be one.
Okay, yeah, that would be
But
sick.
we'll never get that.
No,
Unless
run it
Cena
back.
goes to
Run it back.
AEW, but he's not going to.
He's too old.
And two, and this one makes the most sense in my opinion, is Cena goes in as the champion, and Randy walks out the champion to break the record.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Pepsi Phil.
I feel like we'll get that match, but it's not gonna be the end.
No, no. But Randy would actually be really sick though.
I
If
think
you could book that,
I think it's Randy Cena that needs to close out Cena's career because
that
of
would be,
just the
yeah.
parallels they've ran their entire careers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I also agree with Baron Corbin, but
Would it okay? Now I gotta ask because this is like I don't get it. I'm not a Corbin guy at all. I think his entrance music is sick, but
I Bring the Darkness was sick.
it was right. Like it's like CM Punk's theme back in the day. It just hit.
Oh, so good.
So, what is your obsession with Baron Corbin?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it is. Besides the fact that I personally think that he's really good in the ring. Other people don't think that. But I don't know. And like even like his freaking I love his King Corbin gimmick. I don't know why, but I was like, this man is a king. He deserves his crown, his throne. Like I've seen him at house shows and he comes out with his chair and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I just love this man.
Okay, fair. I'm not saying Corbin's bad in the ring. That's not what I'm intending. I'm just not a
Okay,
Corbin
okay,
guy,
good.
right? Like I appreciate skill, like 100%. He's got it. I just don't understand it.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
And I will say though, I did enjoy when he was tagging with Breaker.
Yeah.
That seemed like a really good team, like a mentor. He was kind of it worked out and it rejuvenated him. I think
It did, but like he's still kind of losing on the main roster.
at least he's not bum ass Corbin.
I like that gimmick. But yes, you have a point. He doesn't have a mustard stained shirt anymore. He actually has fancy ring attire.
I feel like when that gimmick happened, you're like, come to mommy.
Yo, literally, I was like, yo, come here, I'll take care of you.
I feel like, yeah, I'm glad my assumption was right there.
Oh god, now am I gonna think I'm a weirdo?
I highly doubt that. Um, okay, so Wyndham Rotunda's biggest inspiration to you,
Yeah.
being a horror and stuff like that. What really drew you to him? Like, what other than the horror stuff? Like, what was inspirational to you?
It was how creative he was. Cause I mean, like his matches and like his characters, like he came up with that. Like the Funhouse characters, and just the Funhouse was so cool because it was Mr. Rogers, and I grew up with Mr. Rogers. So it's like now you're seeing like an adult Mr. Rogers and like the characters that he brings on. I'm like, it was just so cool.
Okay. For me, I watched him back when he was Husky Harris, then in OBW and all that. So like he drew me in because I'm a big guy. You know this. Like I'm not
Yeah.
skinny by any means. And he basically showed me that even guys like me can do things. Right? I have a creative mind, or I've been told. My mind goes a million miles a minute when I'm even doing stuff like this. I'm constantly already going on what I'm doing next. I can't stop it. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse, depending who I'm working with. So I get it, right? And then you introduce the horror stuff, which is the Fiend.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Bray is the only man in history that has managed. I'm including mankind in the, or excuse me, Mick Foley in this,
Okay.
but Bray has pulled it off better than anybody. The dual
I would
personality.
agree with that. Yeah.
Foley was good. Bray was genius.
Oh yeah.
Like he manipulated that so well. And then I feel like his latest comeback that unfortunately was cut short, we were gonna get some great things. I think that's what we're gonna see here soon with the Wyatt Sick, and I'm here for it. And
I mean, I'm excited.
if Taylor can do half of what Bray did, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna see you dressing up as Nikki Cross at some point in the next bit.
I mean, maybe not Nikki Cross, but definitely another Alexa cosplay would be in the works.
You think Alexa's in?
I don't see. I'm conflicted because I want her to come back to wrestling. Obviously, I'm a huge Alexa fan, but a part of me doesn't want her to join the Wyatt Six. But then it's like, if she doesn't join, what is she gonna do? Because she was kind of getting lost in the shuffle before she took a lead. She was just kind of playing a character that was essentially herself. So it's like, I don't want you to get lost on the roster. Like, I want you to have something to do, but I don't know if I want you to do the Wyatt Six.
Well, before she left too, she was kind of working with Howdy. Like
She
they were
was,
starting a program,
yeah.
and then she got pregnant. Obviously, you leave naturally.
But she also had like some kind of skin cancer or something like before, and then she got pregnant.
That yeah, that's for sure. Um, I forgot about that. Yeah, she was dealing with some stuff there, some serious stuff. So you don't want her to be involved in the White Six, but you do because obviously it's
Like I
Alexa.
do and I don't.
I think we see her involved. I have two different theories to this.
Okay,
We see her involved because she betrayed the Fiend.
that's true.
So I don't think she's involved in the family, but I think the family is involved with her, meaning they
Uh,
keep coming at her
so it's
and
kind of like a
messing her up.
feud.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
like Chad Gable.
Yes, yes.
But then there's the other theory that I have. When Bray spoke, Abby and Sister Abigail were always two different entities.
Yeah,
I believe Abby is Nikki,
that's what I
and
think too.
Alexa would be Sister Abigail
Oh,
because there have always been two different entities when Bray spoke. And
you're onto something here.
if you go back in his promos from even before I mean, the man told us about the Fiend 4 years before he even brought it to the world.
Yeah.
So if you go back and watch his promos, Abby and Sister Abigail are two different things. People think I'm crazy for that theory, but if you listen to his words, they're two different people.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, or maybe you should just kind of call up Hunter and be like, yo, I have this idea.
You could even just say there's still one, but have Alexa be Sister Abigail, and have Nikki be Abby, and
Yeah.
just it's the same character, but like it's just a flip.
I mean, Nikki Cross is creepy as fuck now.
She gives me
Like,
ring
I'm getting
vibes.
scared.
Like I think like I was like worried I was gonna die in 7 days when I seen her for the
Yeah,
first time.
literally. I know. Like, when she crawled out when the Uncle Howdy debut, I was like, who the fuck? I was like, I am scared.
So out of the new five, who's your favorite so far?
I probably have to go with Nikki Cross.
No.
Because I just think she's the creepiest out of all of them. Like, obviously, I love all of them and all the masks. I think they're all, like, amazing. But Nikki was definitely the one that I was like, whoa. If I saw you in a room alone, a dark room, I would run the other way. Like, I'm not.
I feel like I feel like we've only really scratched the surface because we've only really seen either Nikki or Bo,
Yeah.
right? We still have yet to see really much of Gacy and Loomis and Rowan. My favorite thus far, and I just love the little details of the mask, is Loomis.
Oh, yeah, that one's so
Because if
sick.
you look at the way the beak is and you look at how the teeth are done, they're done exactly like the Fiend,
Yeah.
which is such a sick tribute. The new Howdy mask seems cool, and I'm really liking the psychology that Taylor is doing. And I say Taylor
I
because I don't know.
love the videos that he's doing. I think those are just so freaking great.
It's just crazy to me. Like we're in for a roller coaster. I don't even want to learn anything about this.
No, like I don't want to deep dive. I just want to like watch as it plays out and just be like, okay, yeah, yeah, I get that now.
Right. Like I want to go back to when I was a kid and didn't know the IWC existed. Well, it didn't
Yeah.
when I was a kid, but that's beside the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm enjoying it.
And you don't want other people's input either, being like, oh, this is how they're gonna book it. It's like, no, just
I
stop
don't
and
care how they're gonna
let me
book it. I
watch.
want to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we covered your love of the Fiend, your Blink 182 fandom. What drove you to become a Bills Mafia participant?
I dated someone from Buffalo for 4 years.
Mm, that would be a good reason, I suppose.
I mean, I've always loved football. I've always been a football fan. I just never had a team to cling to. Um, so when I started dating him, I became in love with all things Buffalo. So the Sabres, the Bills, just the city as a whole.
Ew, the Sabres though. I could forgive the Bills, but the Sabres, bro.
I know the Sabres are god awful. They suck, and I wholeheartedly admit that.
God
But
awful
there's
is a nice way to put it.
but there's just something like I love the city of Buffalo. It is my favorite city in the entire world. I mean, I haven't traveled to many places by any means, but I love Buffalo. Like just everything about it. Their food, the culture, I guess. They have
So,
really good ice cream.
so what you're saying is you like Buffalo Wild Wing, is what you're saying. Okay.
No, no, I don't eat meat. So,
No, I'm just
and
wait.
if
I
you
got
do
a
go to
meat
Buffalo,
eater.
you have to go to Anchor Bar. Don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Go to where? Sorry.
Anchor Bar.
Okay. I don't plan to really go to Buffalo ever unless it's for the Leafs, but
I mean, that's fair. But if you ever find yourself in Buffalo, and they have really good pizza places, their pizza is top notch.
I, th- I feel like if I'm gonna eat pizza in the States, I gotta go to Chicago first.
Or you could go to Buffalo.
But it's Buffalo.
I know, but there's this one place. It's called Nino's Pizzeria. Okay, I don't know if it's still around. It should be, but it's in Hamburg, New York. And you know how pizza places usually use like the shredded cheese?
Hmm.
They put strips of cheese on their pizza.
That actually sounds bomb.
It's so good, and it's just like a thick layer of cheese, and it's literally to die for.
So I don't mean to. Damn it! There's a moth flying around me right now. Um,
Yeah, it's gonna eat your clothes.
no, I'm such a big Brave fan. That's him visiting us. How we're conversing.
Yeah, literally though. Get out the fireflies.
I see a lot of them. It's always fun. Um, so what is your goal for yourself in the next year when it comes to content creating? I know you say you
Ooh,
do it for yourself, but there has to be personal goals that you have.
I mean, I used to have goals. I mean, I wanted to hit 50K on TikTok. That's not gonna happen now. I've accepted that. All I do is lose followers.
It's a subtle brag, I'm only at like 5K, but that's fine.
I mean, hey, at least you have 5K. That's better than some people.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't have to buy my followers, so we're good.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. Like, I don't really think I have any goals anymore because I'm like, I just wanted to hit
Okay,
50K.
I mean,
Like,
let me
I want.
rephrase that. Where do
Okay.
you want content creating to take you in the next year?
I mean, it would be cool to get invited to like a concert or a wrestling event for free that I don't have to pay for. Let's be serious. Like, they're kind
Fair
of pricey.
enough. I mean, you never know what happens, right? Things might turn your way,
Well,
and
exactly. I
a
mean, I'd
band
rather
might just
grow
catch
my
your attention.
Instagram. Blink 182 could catch my attention. We don't know this.
Oh, we're gonna put that in the air right now. Blink.
Yeah.
She wants to come. Get her front row. Get her up on stage, and she'll sing for you.
Front row backstage. I want to meet Mark Hoppus.
Uh, hmm. What do you have coming up this summer that you're excited about? I know you have a
I'm
hell of a
seeing
schedule.
I'm seeing Blink 182 in concert for like the seventh or eighth time. I'm also seeing Slipknot again this summer, which I'm really excited about. Which is also why I'm jealous that you met Jason because, mm, yeah, honestly, I'm just going to a bunch of concerts.
That sounds like expensive.
Yeah, but the wallet's crying.
A lot of crying. Your wallet's crying, or you're crying? Well, both,
No,
I guess, because you'd be
my
crying because
wallet's crying. I'll be crying at the concert.
you have crew you're going with, or you just. Well, yeah, I would assume you have a crew. We're gonna leave it at that. So I'm trying to think here. What is your desires? Not desires. That's a wrong word. Your passions other than what we've mentioned. Like, do you like to draw? Um, I know you're huge into anime.
I recently became huge into anime. I think my collection's going a little bit too crazy.
Is it ever though? That's a future Hope Division problem though.
I know, I know. I mean, it's the same thing with my wrestling figures collection because I got one team figure and I was like, this is it. I just need the one. And then I got many more. And then I was like, you know what? I need to collect every single Bray figure that ever existed, give them all to me. I need them. And I think I have the same issue with anime now. So
You ever got into Funko Pop collecting?
I just spent $150 today on Funkos.
I mean, what you got to show us? You got to show us now. What'd you get?
I mean, I don't have them here because obviously I ordered them, but I got the new Jungle Book collection. So there's Mowgli and Baloo in like one pack,
Hmm.
King Louie, Bagheera, the junior elephant, and I think that was it. But they were pretty pricey from GameStop.
I have over 100 WWE ones.
That's insane. I need
Yeah.
a picture after of the
Okay.
Funkos.
It's a big collection.
Damn. I mean, I have a lot of Funkos too, just not a lot of like wrestling Funkos. Like I have
Yeah.
like random ones.
I was gifted. I was gifted a. You know who Fluffy is? Gabriel
Oh
Iglesias.
yeah.
I was gifted a signed Funko of his for my birthday a couple of years ago.
Damn, he's so funny.
I won't let that leave my possession because it's a really
Don't.
cool Funko to have. Um, I collect a lot of Funkos. I try not. I'm basically wrestling, but like if something catches my eye, like I have The Shining, um, Jack one.
Oh my god.
I have the chase of it, and I found it at a
Damn.
Shoppers Drug Mart of all places.
That's so random. Yeah, Shoppers has like the random Funkos.
Another one that I have random in my collection is a Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
That is random. That's unnecessary.
No, unnecessary is buying briefcases.
I wish I had the briefcase right here so I could just hold it up.
I mean, it's yeah. What is the
I
most
won money in the
random?
bank though.
Yeah, you're not cashing in on me, so we're good. I mean, you might, but you get Canadian destroyed for it. Call me unlovable, god damn it.
Okay, Rikishi.
So I, as of this recording, I just priorly talked to Phil, who you met this past weekend,
Yes,
and that was a subject matter too in our conversation. Is Rikishi doing a Canadian destroyer?
I love that.
So I think I could pull it off. I would need to learn to do some flips, but we're here.
Yeah, I mean, I have faith, but not too much faith.
You have faith as long as it's not you being destroyed, right?
Yeah, pick somebody else.
All right, I know somebody that could use one, and then he could lay down afterward. So how many more wrestling events do you have planned this year so far? Or I guess we really don't have any more coming to us, really,
I
unless you're
don't
going to
think
indie
so.
shows.
I mean, if I am going to a wrestling show, it would be an indie event, but nothing's really been announced
Do you
that I
do you
need
take
to
in a lot of
go.
indies?
I've been to two, and it was strictly to meet Matt Riddle and the Bunny.
Matt Riddle was most recently, right? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
Destiny Wrestling. He was really nice.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that will try to give you his hotel room key and tell you to meet him.
I mean,
She's not saying no, folks. Just a reference. Not saying no. Uh, what is your holy grail in your collection? Whether it be horror, you can't say what I gave you either. Whether it be horror or your Funkos or your music albums, what is your grail?
my holy grail is the first pressing of Blink 182's Cheshire Cat with the red eyes.
Okay, that that seems. I have no idea what it is. You'll have to show me, but
I will, I will.
it's a first edition. You said, which is huge. I'm sure that's got some value to it.
Whew, I came all the way from Japan. I paid a pretty penny for it.
I don't want. I'm tempted to ask, but that's your business, so we're gonna leave it alone. Um, the biggest oddity in your collection.
Oddity?
Yeah,
What
the
does that
weirdest
mean?
thing you have just kind
Oh,
of
the
there.
weirdest. Oh gosh. I don't think I have anything like super weird.
So you don't have just like a random pickle Rick lying around that you have no idea why he's there.
I mean, the only like random things I would have is like Kuromi little
Yeah,
statues, I guess, but that's because I bought them. I didn't
because you
need
buy
them.
boxes and stuff and hoping to get certain ones and you don't.
Yeah, I hate those mystery boxes. I hate them. And I keep
It's-
buying them because I'm like, but I want the one I want and I don't get it.
That's fair. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave this conversation here because there's more to be talked about, and I feel like we're just scratching the surface. But that being said, please promote yourself. Anything you want to promote, promote it now.
Okay, so you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at H0pedivisionn with a zero.
Okay, that's all you want to
Yeah.
promote.
Yes.
Uh, make sure you check out her content. She is, in her own words, the newest member of Off the Top Media.
People actually thought that was serious, and I was like, oh my god, guys, I put the winky face for a reason.
That's why I said like this. It was a great candid shot, and that belt went everywhere that weekend, which was super heavy. But
Gotta
I
like
appreciate
sanitize it.
I appreciate you taking a picture with it.
Of course, I had to
Um,
hold it many times, so why not?
I mean, somebody had to. It wasn't going to be me. Jesus, my shoulder's still recovering.
Oh god, get some Motrin.
That being said, this has been an episode of Spotlight with Shadow. My name is Shadow. I look forward to my interviews coming up. I have the Digglers from Northland Wrestling. I have Rusty Blackwell from Northland Wrestling. I have Pat the Wise Man from TikTok. I have a shit ton coming up. And eventually, hoping I have an interview with Jason Baker in the next year. We have been
Okay,
holding and waiting, and I'm gonna keep bothering him until he gives it to me. Me and him
do
talked about
it.
it on Saturday. So that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.